Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Nashville. Batson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Tannehill on first down. Check down here for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Back to throw, Tannehill.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Lindsey.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Say it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And taken right at the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Tua now on 1st down.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Malcolm Brown taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That's going to set him back 5 yards. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
The key here, as it usually is, protection. Love the design of this one because they leaked the running back out and sent him down the field. But you've got to give a quarterback time to locate him. They did for a nice play.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Tannehill. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
On second down, right back to Lindsey.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On first down, Tannehill. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check 45,
Throwing again on second down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
56 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
He'll get this out wide to Gaskin.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Tua, the final shot before half. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
No, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe.
7 yards, the pickup there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, it's Brown. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to air one out.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Tannehill now to throw.
He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end.
And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again to Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
19 yards for Derrick Henry.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
Tannehill looking to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Miami set to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Tua now on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, Not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 53 yards. And the Dolphins have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Looking deep for Julio. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Tannehill. And he fires one incomplete. A
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Well, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Tannehill going to throw for it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point Tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And able to get this out to the 25. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Check 26, check 26.
To throw again on second down. Tua, throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
To a hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Get it! Get it!
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Flushed out right. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Tua. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Tua. Escaping the pressure right. Open receiver here. Complete. It's Parker. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review.
After reviewing the play, the leg on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. So often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This fielded right at the goal line.
take this one up to about the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down and 3. Here's a give to Lindsey.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to pass. Tua.
He's got Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. That one caught by Carter. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
So from Buccaneer territory now. It's Bruce Arians taking exception to that last call, and he's going to throw out. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Bucs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover.
That's at least a couple of times that they've tried to stretch the field here in this first quarter. They haven't been successful yet. But obviously they're going to keep trying, and maybe they'll find some seams underneath as this game progresses.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua completes it to the tight end Smythe. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go! Let's go!
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 42 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Working with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun give to Fournette. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Set him back 5. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able
the Buccaneers. Out he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Brady. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
To throw, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He's got the hook up to Miller. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Scotty Miller, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to... And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Brady now on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. No move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. So we've reached halftime here. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs. And expect to get that done. For that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
A handoff to Fournette. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulder.
The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Duke Riley came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, Know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Brady now to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made...
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Miami.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Malcolm Brown, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
And we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brady now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now Brady got to have this one. This is caught by Evans. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Brady to throw again. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hand?
After review of the play, the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points.